Well, hi everybody. My name is Dale with Stage Street Repair in Idaho Falls. I'm here with our owner and manager, Brett Spaulding. How are you?
Good, Dale. How are you?
Doing good.
Good.
Today I wanted to get a couple questions answered. I've spent time trying to figure out what winterization is and, if it's worth the investment. So as I've been poking around trying to figure out how to take care of my car and my family, I wanted to share what I learned with you. So, Brett, what all goes into winterization? Is it what's so important about it?
Well, around here, when you have sub-zero temperatures in the winter, it definitely can cause problems with your vehicle.
Right.
So, there's several things that need to be checked, and some of those things you could probably do on your own, but some of those things you may not feel comfortable checking, and you might want a professional to do that for you. So I'll just kind of give you a list of things that you might want to have ready and prepared for your car. You definitely want a winter kit, blankets, your extra gloves, maybe even a shovel. Definitely scrapers. We all have to use scrapers from
I've
time
seen
to
people
time.
do hand warmers too.
Hand warmers, anything that's going to keep you out of the elements if something does happen is important to have in your vehicle. If you have a four-wheel drive, you want to make sure that is operational. And then just going down the list of regular maintenance things, you definitely want to have your oil checked to make sure that the viscosity is good and it's the right viscosity for the temperatures that we're going to have. And you're going to want to maybe have somebody do a battery check and an alternator check to make sure your alternator is putting out and your battery can put out the proper amperage during the cold weather, because it will drop. That drops when it's colder,
Right.
And it may not start your car if it's weaker. So and then another thing to consider is to have somebody look at your tires, to tread on your tires. Do you have winter all season radial tires on your vehicle, or do you actually need to switch them out? And a lot of people will put a heavy aggressive winter traction. Some will even add studs to that traction, and it works quite well. And your belts and your hoses, wiper blades, anything to keep your vision safety. You want to check your defroster. Make sure you're getting the warm air up there, and you're also going to want to make sure that the doors open. So you change that from defrost to the floor and back, and make sure that you're going to be able to the air switches and stays up on the defrost when it's supposed to.
Right.
Or up on the window to defrost. And there's just you want to also check your brakes and make sure that you have, you're not grabbing, or everything's operational with your braking system. You definitely don't want to have something like one brake is grabbing and the other one isn't when you're on a slick road. So that's important as well. And the last thing that I would recommend that someone check is or I would recommend is to consider a full synthetic oil. A good synthetic oil will not change viscosity during the cold temperatures.
So freezing?
They won't. Well, yeah, an oil will get thick if it's poor oil or dirty oil.
So it won't freeze, it just gets tighter and thicker
it gets
to work with.
thicker, and then it doesn't flow, and then it doesn't lubricate, and then over time it can cause problems with your engine. So synthetic oils, like I was saying, they don't get thick like that. They stay in the viscosity range that they were designed to, and so they'll flow much quicker in cold weather than normal. Petroleum oils, and so that's definitely something that you'd want to consider.
Okay. So I'm sorry, with the cold weather up here, I'm also thinking about, are there any other liquids or oils in your vehicle that you need to consider that might get close to freezing or would become less efficient with cold weather that you want to try and change out?
Yeah, you're definitely, your coolant, your antifreeze is going to be something that you're going to want to have checked to make sure that it protects down to
Antifreeze that freezes?
anti-freeze.
Yeah.
Right? So that you don't go, we check them to make sure that they're good for minus 50. And then that way you know that your cooling system is not going to freeze up in cold temperatures or sub-zero temperatures.
Right.
And we can see those kind of temperatures around here. So at a minimum, you should have minus 32.
Okay.
And Other fluids, you know, any fluid that you have that is dirty is going to get thicker. Your windshield wiper fluid can be typically is adjusted for winter time, so you shouldn't have, if you've got a summer blend in there, it's going to freeze. But at this time of the year, you should be, if you buy any or get some from a facility like ours, you're going to get the winterized version, so that shouldn't freeze. And then, you know, just your any other fluids that you have in your vehicle, like power steering fluid, or, you know, again, if you get thick fluid from getting cold, it's going to, your power steering is going to howl. It's not flowing. The oil's not flowing. So if you get a good clean synthetic fluid in your power steering fluid, then you have a really good chance of eliminating that howl that a lot of people will experience.
Yeah.
So that's kind of a rundown of just about everything I can think of at this time.
That's awesome. Well, thanks so much for answering my questions. And for those watching, I hope that they answer some of yours. Anytime you want to stop by Sage Creek Repair in Idaho Falls, swing by. These guys are great to chat with and work with. Cabrina's fantastic here in the office as well. Really everyone on staff I have loved being able to learn from and observe and to get those questions answered, really. So thanks for hanging out with us, Dad. Thanks for being here.
You're welcome. See you, everybody.
Hi everybody, my name is Dale. I'm here with Sage Creek Repair in Idaho Falls with the owner and manager, Brett Spaulding.
Hey, everybody.
We're really
Hi, Dale.
excited. Well, hi.